So with EmpowerDB's ability to enter in an address and then click on this map icon to see where in the world that address is, you likely will also have the idea that you want to add a way to make it so that you can see whether this point on the map is within specific service areas or just other geographical regions that are important to you. So to do that, we go to Database Administration and look for the Geographical Regions link in the database settings. And you'll get to this page. It should start you out kind of focused on your state. And we are going to add a new region from this button here. And it starts off with a blank square. Yep, this is a square in Mapping World. If you add a square on the equator, it will look like a square, but we're up here in Boston, it looks more like a rectangle. Okay, and so now it's created a random color for this region. We can change the color to be something else. Great. We can add in a label. And then the label you can see is kind of hidden behind that square/rectangle. And then we can define what that region is. So each of these vertices we can click and drag and define the region. So you're likely going to be defining a region that is not a quadrilogram or whatever that's called. And you can take these middle points and pull on that middle point. And when you pull on that middle point, it makes a new point. And so now I can change this little point over here and make that go over there. Obviously we know maps and we can zoom in a little bit more. You can keep dragging new points. If you didn't like that new point you just made, you can click undo and make it go away. But you can also come back and right click on a point, and right clicking on a point makes that point go away as well. So do what you got to do to make this region be as close to what you are wanting it to be. And you know, I would suggest not doing every single tiny, like don't make like 100 million points going around here, because that will make it load in much slower once you get to that point. Okay, so obviously we can add in, you know, let's say we have service area A and service area B, and we can take service area B and define this as Western, Central Mass, whatever. Okay, so whatever you want to do, you can create these shapes. If a particular service area, and you can delete service areas like this, is basically just a specific county, you can load in. We have all the counties in the United States. Sorry, this is only available to US customers because counties are, as far as I know, not a thing in Canada. And we can just load in Suffolk County, and that spares you the time of having to go through and make this shape yourself, because boy oh boy is this a weird shaped county. If the county that you're adding is in multiple parts, like again Massachusetts, you've really ruined my life here, like Norfolk County is in 3 different parts, it will be added as 3 different regions, part 1, part 2, part 3. It's not going to know what these different parts are really called, so you will have to come in through here and maybe say like, okay, part 1, this is actually Norfolk, I think this is how to spell Cohasset, and then part 3 is Brookline, and then maybe this one we don't care about having a part because that's just kind of generally Norfolk County. Okay, so once we save those changes, and then when we go back to our thing to see where this thing is, and I think we're trying to look for Brookline. Okay, note that when we're looking in this view, when we're just kind of saying, is this the address we want? It's not going to show the different regions. It's only going to show the regions when we look from this view. When we click on this map, and we can see, yes, it looks like we're inside of some region. Oh yes, it looks like we're inside of Norfolk County and the Brookline part of Norfolk County. If you're adding county shapes in a densely like metro area like this, there's a good chance that the shape will not match like perfectly. The shape files that I loaded in are kind of a little bit more of a simplified shape file. And so, I had to go through and fix up Suffolk County, the definition of Suffolk County, and I was able to, I know Massachusetts pretty well, so I could that was easy enough for me, but I don't know what other metro areas have insanely crisscrossing counties like the Boston area does. So if your area does have these just nonsense counties, like I feel like if I gave my 4-year-old like a map and said, "Can you draw me Suffolk County?" they would make a line that made more sense than this. So, anyways, if this is your metro area as well, and you're loading in the counties and it's just not looking right, you let us know, and we'll see if we can like update the shape files for those counties to better define those regions. Okay, you can add as many regions and as many counties or whatever as you want to this thing, but after you do it, you come over here and you click on this map and you see, does it take forever to load? If it takes forever to load, you added too many counties or too many regions with too many little dots. More dots means more loading time. Okay, I hope this feature is super helpful to you, and we're excited to have it now be part of EmpowerDB. Thanks.